Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Cutie's Corner. I'm here with defensive back for Syracuse University football, Garrett Williams. How are you doing today?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So what we've heard recently with Syracuse football was first off the injury to Andre Cisco, terrible injury, ACL injury. But other than that, he also declared for the draft, and so did Trill Williams. What kind of impact do you think that's going to have on the team and on you as in general?
I think it brings a lot of good attention to the program, even though we're having a tough season, especially in the secondary, which is where I play. Having two guys who are going to be high draft picks and produce a lot in the league, it just brings nothing but good attention to me and everybody else on the team.
And also, how have they influenced you as a player? Obviously, with Andre being in the secondary too, and Trill kind of playing all over the place, rushing the passer, playing in the secondary as well. How have they influenced you?
Cisco, Trill, and Iffy, they've all impacted me a lot. With me being the younger guy in the secondary early in the season, them putting me under their wing and doing a lot of stuff post practice, watching film together, all the little things that they help me do that they've taught me that I can pass down to the next guys coming up.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And last year you didn't get to play. This year, insane. You've been on point. You even got your first pick six, the first pick six of Trevor Lawrence's career against Clemson. That's been huge. I saw something on Syracuse football's Instagram page where you have not allowed a TD pass in coverage when they've thrown to you in the end zone. That's insane. Did you really think that? Did you kind of see this coming from? Well, from your mindset, you probably were like, yeah, but like with the analysts and everything, did you actually feel like this kind of year could happen for you?
I worked super, super hard leading up to it, so I knew that I'd have a good season, but I can't say it would have been like this so far. But still got 3 games left, so the job's not finished, and I just got to keep working, taking it week by week, and I'll look back on the season when it's done.
That's awesome. And when we first met, it was back at conference. It was a track meet. You were running for Huff. I was running for Butler. Obviously two different events, but it's kind of interesting. You see a lot of track runners do football as well, or football players do track as well. How has track influenced you on the football field?
Track just gave me a lot more confidence to believe in how fast I was, uh, especially with it being so early in high school, me playing corner for only 2 years to that point. I knew I was athletic, but I still didn't really truly have confidence in how athletic I was and how that translate to the next level and things like that. So track just did nothing but help me prepare for the next level and seeing people who are faster than me and knowing that I'm also faster than a lot of people too.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was actually really funny when we first met. My dad kind of brought me over and was like, "Oh, this he's going to Syracuse." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's awesome." Yeah, but yeah, that was a really funny day. Also, just wanted to get pick your mind on your recruiting process. I know Maryland was one of your top choices when I talked to you before, but you ultimately chose Cuse. Could you bring me through your recruiting process and what drew you to Cuse?
Really, in my recruiting process, when it came down to it, ended up being between Syracuse and North Carolina because North Carolina offered me late towards signing day. Mac Brown then put a lot of, came with a lot of press, trying to get me to decommit, and it was a real stressful process. But I trusted in the plan that I had at Syracuse, knowing that if I went there, I'd be able to redshirt a year, and then after that, I could take off and do whatever I feel. And so far, everything's worked out how I planned it to. So I'm nothing but thankful for it.
Yeah, and that's got to be a hard thing to turn down, like going to UNC with Mac Brown, and you got Sam Howell having the year that he's having, and a really good secondary too. But going to Syracuse, getting your name out there, it's been really fun to watch so far. I know whenever I watch, I get really into it. Every time I see you make a play downfield, I'm like, "Let's go, Garrett!" That's always awesome to see. But it's been really fun to watch this year. Maybe not the season that you guys have hoped for as a team, but you and a lot of other bright spots on the team. It's been really fun to watch, and I thank you for coming on the show today.